A true college football rebuild, the Eastern Michigan Eagles have never seen success at this level. It's time we turn this program around. We're going to be competitive. We're going to dance in the end zone. We're going to bring home that national championship trophy. Let's go Eagles. As it's supposed to be, this playthrough is going to be on the Heisman skill level. We're going to play 6-minute quarters, and I increased the max transfers to 25 and then lowered the chances down to 50. We're rebuilding Eastern Michigan, and if you look at their all-time record, they've been around for a long time and have never had any success. They've only had one conference championship, and then they're only 2-5 in their bowl games. Going into this, we're only going to have 75 available dynasty points, and it's going to be tough for us to start, but these three goals seem reasonable, and we should be able to have some success in the MAC conference. When building our coach, I'd like to go for motivator, but since our school is only a half a star program, we're not going to be signing many 3 and 4 stars. We need to scout out as many players as possible. Introducing our head coach for this playthrough, Harry Longnips, on his way to Eastern Michigan. He's getting the job done. First look at my coach contract. Eastern Michigan looks like they're on a downward slope, but if you go back, way back in time, you'll see that they're actually the best they've ever been. The very first thing I'm doing is coming into this recruiter skill tree and filling it out. I could tell you how disappointed I am in the coach abilities, but the community already did, and they got the money scheme pulled out the game. At the end of this season, I'm going to fire our offensive coordinator for a guy who specializes in the motivator tree, but on the defensive side, I'm going to keep him because he's already a master motivator. We talking about practice. Our initial recruiting board, I think I found 2 quarterbacks and running backs that I want to sign. The rest of them, I have a bunch of receivers out here, and I'm also going to try and sign some big guys and move them over to the tight end position. About our current roster, they are not built for this season, let alone the future. We're going to be building from the ground up. Now that we can give out scholarships, I've given them to 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, and 2 receivers. I'm also scouting more receivers, trying to find some talent. I wanted to play the opening game of the season, but we have a long road ahead. I have a challenge later in the season to beat Central Michigan for a big boost to our dynasty points, and I'm playing that one. Sacramento State came to the FBS and beat us in a close one in their very first game. After that loss against Sac State, I noticed that we actually got a bunch of our dynasty points back, and I'm starting to put them into defense because I feel like if we can get our defense rolling, we should be able to dominate our conference. Week 1, we have another matchup at home. Let's see if we can win this time. A much-needed victory over San Jose State. And now in this weekly advanced summary, there's our coach goals. And we can see that we need to win 25% of our home games this season. That one's going to be a toss-up because our team is kind of bad. When I was looking for 3-star players to build up our defense, I found this gem outside linebacker and a gem cornerback. Third game of our season is against the Spartans at their field. We could pull off an upset right here, but we're going to have to test it out in simulation. And with such a long road ahead, we're going to let the time travel commence. We absolutely got murdered by Michigan State, and then we got murdered by Wisconsin in the next week. But after those 2 losses, I thought we needed a change for our playbooks. I switched our offensive playbook to Tulane, and I've definitely seen an improvement. And on the defensive side, I switched this over to multiple defense, and it has this 3-3-5 formation that I absolutely love. And after the playbook change, we put up 40 points against UMass, but then we took 2 more losses in conference play, but then we got another huge win over Ohio. And we still don't have any hard commits this late in the season, but we do have a couple of verbal commits, and we're in a recruiting battle for this receiver with a visit scheduled this week. I also have a couple other players scheduled on a visit. With a few conference losses, we're definitely not making our conference championship, but we are doing better than I expected to with our 4-5 record. We traveled 8 weeks into the future, and it's time to earn some dynasty points. Beating Central Michigan is going to yield 200 dynasty points. This is a must-win game for us. On paper, we actually have a slight edge. We're equal on offense, but we have the edge on defense. For this multiple defense playbook, there's a variation of the 3-4 that has the strong safety pulled up like a linebacker. And I thought this formation was going to help us get a stop on the running game, but Central Michigan is just walking up the field. They're about to get a touchdown. Pressed on the outside, 2nd and 5 right here. They got a double back look. Speed option, quarterback keeps it. 3rd and 2 on the 5-yard line. I've got 5 defensive linemen. Oh no, touchdown. Our first defensive drive with the Eagles did not go very well. They scored in under 2 minutes, but this RPO here on our first play picks up a few. We've got a 4 tight end set right here, running to the outside, cut it in. We've got open field. Can we stiff arm? No. I really like this 4 tight end set right here to keep the defense honest with it. We're passing out of this one. I'm late with my throw. Get a late one. He's wide open. Power run to the left side right here.
Oh
Right up the middle.
my God.
He just glitches through. 3rd and 6 right here. We have to throw this one in. Nobody's open though. On the 3-yard line, I'm going for an RPO bubble. We throw it to him, he's in. Neither defense was able to get a stop on our first drives, but we got 2 stops. 3rd down right here.
Yeah,
We
roll
get one
again,
more.
jackass.
We don't. He's wide open. Oh, look. Flag on 1st down. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. We fill up that hole. 3rd and 7. We got to get another stop. Central Michigan right here. They run a quick throw. And to take the lead, they kick it from the 32-yard line. They were up by 3. Defense played better on that 2nd drive than we did on the 1st drive. Gave up the field goal instead of a touchdown. I'll take it. 1st down went absolutely nowhere. 2nd down, they're playing solid defense. Maybe it's not the defense as much as it was just a bad play call. We have to pick something up here. He's open. Can he pick up the 1st for us? He's hurting. This is going to be our mindset through this playthrough. We're going for it on 4th down, regardless of the situation. We got a man open. We picked up the 1st down, but we're still on our own 40-yard line. Run this RPO. Defender makes a play, but he can't stop him. I like this playbook, but I feel like we need a couple of wider sets, and I might change it. But right here, we get a man open. But we do have this formation. Something about having the defense spread out really opens it up for the offense. Slants over the middle. We do have a check down. Man open, though. We're throwing it. That's a touchdown. And now that we've taken the lead, there's still a ton of time left in this game. We played better on our 2nd drive defensively. See if we can improve even more. I'm running this odd ghost formation out of the 3-3-5. It's not very good against the run, but it shuts the passes down. And in the open field, I just don't want to give up anything downfield. Right here, we get to stop. And if you peep this play, it's the double hook out of that formation. Quarterback sneak runs it, though. He gets the 1st. And with Central Michigan chipping away at us, I'm expecting a run on this play. My eyes are on the running back. Play action, though. They lose yards. I completely missed my assignment, and the quarterback missed him on that last play. We're shutting them down. We dropped the 2 middle zones for 1 deep zone. Here on 3rd down, I made a big hit. We've improved every drive on defense. We got the lead on our last offensive drive, but we're in our own end zone with a good punt. He brought a defender with him. See if we can... Oh, no! Holy! We got the stop on that last drive, but their punt put us in a tough position. We couldn't get out of our own end zone. And we're in a fairly competitive game here with the Chippewas. We have the lead. He makes a move, picks up the 1st. 2-minute warning. Best possible situations. We force a turnover on this play. Quarterback keeps it. He's shifty. The zones aren't working for us. Man coverage here. I left him open, but a big hit. Monster 3-4 set. We have a safety pulled up as an extra linebacker right here. Big zones. Quarterback keeps it. He's fast. Same play here on the goal line. We've got a defensive tackle on the spy to keep him from running. He sneaks a throw in. Central Michigan did their thing to close out that 1st half. They put us in a bad situation on our own 3-yard line, and then they took it in. They have the lead, and this is the kind of competitiveness that you like to see in a rivalry game. I don't have anybody open. We're going for this toss on the outside on 3rd right here. We get some space. Oh, we're getting more than the 1st. Let's go. Touchdown. Maturity's got the legs. 6. I expected them to run on their 1st down play, and they did. We blew it up. 2nd and 9 here. I'm playing the extra zone. He's got to throw it away. I know Central Michigan's quarterback is quick, so I've got a spy out there. 3rd and 9. We're playing man coverage. He beat me. 100% my fault for giving up the 3rd and long to that running back play right there. We're bringing them to 3rd down again. We have to keep a quarterback spy out there on 3rd and long. There's only a 2-man rush right here, so he's going to have all day. He drops it anyway. And once again, we have the lead, and we're getting the football back, except for this time we're getting a returnable punt. We're not on our own 2-yard line. Touchdown on our last drive with an outside run. I'm going to feed him again, and he's going to do it again. Wide open. Faster than everybody. We're up by 2 possessions. Came out with a heavy defensive set, watching the run on this play. They may pass on this one. Man in motion, play action, playing solid defense. Let's go. Mid blitz formation. I'm running an option to the right side. Got to get rid of it.
Get over here!
Oh, good stiff arm. He's a dog. I thought that wear and tear was going to hurt us, and it sure did on first down. 2nd and 16. We're slinging it. We're running with it. Is Kim fast enough? He's just fast enough. From the 38-yard line, we should be in field goal range right here. We got a man in motion. I'm going to see if I can sneak. It's not there. Try and force it. Big catch. Oh! And from 55 to extend our lead, we're good. Solid kick return defense. They got the ball on the 14-yard line. I was expecting a pass, but how can you respect the run if you think they're going to pass? 3rd and 4. We're playing solid zones right here. We got a quarterback spy. Oh, man gets left open. But if they don't score on this one, it's over for them. As long as we can do our thing, they're getting plays. The game plan on defense for me is to play man coverage in the open field, and then when it gets down to a short field, I switch over to the zone. I kind of blew my zone up. With less space, the zone is much more effective. Quarterback spy. 12-yard line to start this 4th quarter. 1st and 10. They're running up the middle. We got enough defenders. And one more stop. This game is over. This linebacker I'm on is in a whole nother level of pain. 3rd and 13. I had the chew clock on. Did not have much time to do hot routes, but we pick it up anyway. And the most broken thing about this chew clock is we could potentially just kill this whole 4th quarter. I think the problem here needs to be addressed in the amount of time in between each play call. I don't think there's a soul on the planet that wants to play a 12-minute quarter game against the CPU. And since I don't want to play defense anymore, at the 2-minute warning right here, I got a bunch of hot routes out there. Tight end's wide open. Killed the clock. And with 4 first downs, we have just killed 6 minutes off of the clock. This one's still, it's over. That game was competitive until it wasn't. We had 391 yards total offense. We had a worse 3rd down conversion percentage than Central Michigan, but when they didn't convert, they punted the football, and we went for it 3 times on 4th down with 100% conversion. That win got us 200 much-needed dynasty points. And with that victory in that visit week, we got a verbal commit from this halfback with 88 speed, and we got 2 wide receivers on hard commits. Week 11 is a bye for us. I have 50 hours on these 2 verbal commits right here, and the rest of the hours I have most of them on our guys that have NIL offers. We converted those 2 verbal commits into hard commits. We put all of our hours on our dynasty points, guys. I'm noticing that there's a lot of 3-star players that don't have high NIL expectations, and those are the ones we're taking advantage of. Our next matchup is Western Michigan, another rival, and if there was any other game I would choose to play, it would be this one in this season, but since it's year 1, we're going to let it go in simulation. We'll get them in another game. And we took a loss against Western Michigan, but that game wasn't going to reward us 200 dynasty points, so it's not as big of a deal. Now that we hit level 10, we unlocked the Motivator skill tree, and since I have all the scouting ones unlocked in Recruiter, I'm switching over to Motivator and putting all my points in there. I was saving up my coach points for when I unlocked this, and I just put everything into quarterback, running back, and linebacker off-season training boost. Wisconsin is stealing this left tackle from us, so we're going to have to drop him off the board and replace him. And I've been having a tough time recruiting this quarterback with his playing style deal breaker all season. I'm going to have to find some other targets. The worst one is this cornerback who's a gem who we had to stop recruiting weeks ago. And this quarterback has 92 throw power with 76 speed with decent accuracies. We're going to give him his NIL offer, and he's going to take up most of our points. This is going to be the last game of our season. I don't know if we're bowl eligible with 6 or 7 wins, but we could win this game against Kent State. I knew we could beat the Golden Flashes, but I didn't expect us to finish our season 6-6. We probably won 3 or 4 more games than I expected to. Our senior quarterback, Noah Kim, had a solid season, 21 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, but he's not going to make the NFL. Both of our top 2 running backs combined went over 1,000 yards, and I thought we were going to be able to sign Matord next season since he was second string, but he's a senior. Receivers, we didn't have anybody have an exceptional season. We had a couple of guys hit 7 sacks, and then we had this one safety that I can't pronounce his name get 4 interceptions. Before conference championships, we got another hard commit on this outside linebacker. We're going to improve at that position next season. And on the last week of recruiting, I gave 7 one-star prospects a scholarship just to make sure we have a roster next season. And in conference championship week, it's time to negotiate our contracts with our coaches, and we're going to have to fire both of these guys. They expect way too much in NIL. Notable conference championships, you have USC taking on Ohio State for the Big Ten, LSU taking on Texas A&M for the SEC. In our conference, you have Sacramento State in their very first year taking on Buffalo. In the Big 12, Kansas State's going against BYU. In the ACC, you got SMU against the favorite Miami. They're 12-0. We are nowhere near the college football bracket, but UAB as a small school is in that 12 seed before these championships. Heisman ceremony was cool. This is an Eastern Michigan rebuild. I just wanted to look at the coach carousel, and I'm actually in love with the change they made. Our offensive and defensive coordinators, we've offered only motivators. We get to see our development traits for the first time. We pulled a star out of our outside linebacker, and then we got another outside linebacker, Impact. Those two are probably going to be starting for us next season as freshmen. And there were teams that went 6-6 throughout the season that got bowl games, but we weren't selected. Our new defensive coordinator, Greg Willis, I don't know how much they can progress in one season, but if he makes a good enough boost to the things that I want, we're going to give him his little dynasty points and just keep him. And Corbin Silverman's going to be our offensive coordinator. He's got the same deal. In the second week of the bowl games, we're actually still able to look at this coach carousel, and we could get a job at Rutgers right now. Miami took out USC in the second round, and they're going to face LSU. Texas A&M got the job done against BYU, and Ohio State manhandled Nebraska, and they're going to play for the Sugar Bowl. And those would have been fun to watch. LSU took out Miami, gave them their first loss of the season. They only won by 2 points. Ohio State beat Texas A&M by 3. It's going to be Ohio State, LSU in the national championship in Vegas. I don't know if you can do it. Let me know if you can in the comments, but you should be able to watch this national championship game and not participate. Ohio State beheaded LSU 51-20 in that national championship game. If I offer it to him, he's still going to leave. So I'm just going to take it away, and I'm only going to give NIL to players that don't want very much. Like this guy down here only wants 10. You got your 10 dynasty points. We completed 2 of our program goals. We're going to get plus 250 dynasty points next season. That's going to be a big boost. Most of it's going towards recruits. I did spend 100 dynasty points. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I increased our facility longevity by 20% for 31 weeks. I started off in developmental, but now that I can see what it does, I'm moving over to talent acquisition because we're a small school. We don't have great facilities. We just need players. We lost a ton of players in the transfer portal, but graduation is hitting us way harder. This is our entire starting offense and defense. Not only did we lose most of our team in that offseason, we didn't get a single player in the draft. My method for the transfer portal is if we're in the first place for our recruits throughout the season, we're not going to put any hours on them unless we have to. The 2 guys that do have 25 hours on them, it's because there's another school that offered them. And in week 1 of this transfer portal, we have our targets at 35. Most of these guys are 2-star transfers. Week 3, we're competing in this transfer portal for these 2-star guys, and I think we should sign everybody on our board. 13 1-star prospects aren't as valuable as 2 3-star guys. We had 11 more players signed than Miami and had a worse recruiting class. We also spent more in NIL. Fisk is the only star development trait player that we got. I might move him over to the middle linebacker spot to be the user player for us. Position changes, I moved our freshmen around a little bit, but if you look at these overalls, there's not many over a 60, and then at the top of our team, we barely have 10 guys over 70 overall. Hopefully we did ourselves a favor by spending most of our points on recruits for this next season. We have 0 points before this budget update. An uneventful offseason as usual. We're not encouraging any transfers. We're not changing any of the conferences. First look at our year 2 overall, we went backwards. We're down to 59 overall. This is going to be a process. Maybe we should have saved some of our dynasty points because any of these little perks right here could give us a huge boost. And I thought our budget was going to update, but we still have 0 dynasty points. They didn't even give us our contract goals. We're starting this recruiting cycle after an update, and it looks like they lowered the NIL for a ton of 3-star players. I'm starting to see some that don't have any requirement at all. And then on the 2-star quarterbacks, none of them had any NIL. And we're making more progress towards our skill tree. I unlocked the off-season boost for the defensive backs. We're going to need it at that position. I've only been getting 1-star players. I switched our offensive playbook from Tulane over to this Ole Miss veer and shoot. I wanted to spread out the defense a little further, and this one also has some solid running formations. We received our new contract goals, and one of them is to win 50% of our conference games, and we'll get 350 dynasty points. The problem is our team is only a 59 overall. I can't trust them in simulation. I have to scout everybody because I can't be signing players with 70 speed at spots like cornerback and wide receiver. For this guy specifically, his NIL is low to begin with, and if we give him 5 more, he becomes very interested with a +5 on the weekly offer bonus. Since our overall went down so much over that one season, I just wanted to look around at our conference to see how everybody else was affected, and it looks like Sacramento State took the biggest hit other than us. Most of these teams are doing okay. First game of our season, we have the Aztecs at home. We're going to have to get lucky to win this one in Sim. And we lost as expected, but our overall did go up from 59 to 60. After one game, we broke our playing style deal breaker for this running back, and this deal breaker specifically, I'm just going to stop recruiting players for. I'm going to keep him on our board. I found this cornerback, deal breaker A+ on playing time, and he has 94 speed. He's going to be my #1 target right now. Week 2, we have another non-conference game. This time it's Charlotte. We've been getting lucky with the opponents. There hasn't been any big schools. It's not showing their overall right here, but they're worse than us. And in week 2, we get our first victory of the season. In week 3, we have 3 players on our recruiting board headed into their top 3. These last 2 guys we're competing for, and with that little 5 dynasty points boost, I think we should be able to win them. Our matchup this week is a guaranteed loss. Michigan has a 27 overall advantage on us. They have an 87 overall team, ranked 11th in the country. This week was actually big for us on the recruiting board. I got 3 visits scheduled for week 5, and I'm going to hop into that game against Sacramento State. They beat us last season. I also have added a few running backs to our board, and I found this contact seeker with 87 speed. Our next matchup is a winless Georgia Southern team, and we went to their field and gave them their first win of the season. I've been seeing the team's overalls on this practice plan right here. We actually have a better overall than Sac State this season. They were in the 70s last year. And I would like to sign this contact-seeking running back right here, but for 55 NAL, I don't think he's worth it. A win in this game, and we should get some verbal commits, maybe even hard commits on our board. Also, we're going to be set on the right track for our conference record to be over 50% wins. This is a game that we could win in simulation, but with all the visits coming in this week, we have to win this one. Our ball first, we're going to start on the ground, try and get some power run. This running back is our best player, and we can see why. First play, he gets the ball, touchdown. He's quick as shit. It's been 14 seconds since the opening kickoff, and we're already up by 7. If our defense can get stops, this game's going to be over pretty quickly. Right here, we're playing man coverage, and they're beating us. That's their second first down of this drive. On the last play, the quarterback had the football in the opposite hand on a handoff, and it looked broken. But we held him to a minimal gain on second down, 3rd and 4 right here. They're going to break a tackle, break some ankles. They're on the 15. This formation alone, it should be tough for this offense to score right here. It's the Grizzly 3-4. 3rd and 5, a little bit closer to the goal line. We're in the 4-3 playing cover 3 hard flats right here. We're playing solid coverage. They're kicking it, and they're going to try to get on the board, but we still have the lead. It looks like we got lucky with this running back in the transfer portal. Right here, they got... No, shit! Can we pick that up? After that fumble sack, we gained 1 yard on the second down. 3rd and long here. We send a bomb downfield, and he's open. Let's go. That was another transfer right there. We just got wide open downfield. 1st and 10 right here from the 28. We cut up the middle, hit our check down on our last play, picked up the first down. We're going to run right up the middle on this one. And this sophomore running back is the future of Eastern Michigan. Maybe my favorite play right here on the 2-yard line. RPO, hit the man, he's wide open. When I saw that our team had a 59 overall, I expected us to struggle, but it seems like the starters have a higher, they're solid. The problem is going to be all of our 40 overall freshmen that bring our overall down, and I think just the way this game works, we're losing because of it. But almost at the end of this first quarter, this one is, it's not looking good for Sacramento State. I'm going to play this first half. I'm not sure where this Patterson player comes from. I think he's maybe a defensive tackle or something. But he's playing an extra fullback on this formation. On the last play of the first quarter, I lost a few. Lost focus, but we drop it on third. And we are at midfield. Generally, I would go for it. But 4th and 8, I'm just going to try and play field position on this one. That's a solid punt. If it goes out, it doesn't though. But the Hornets came out slow and steady. They just chipped away, picked up a first down. We're up to midfield now. Still feeding the back. And our offense has had some success this game, but they're starting to beat our defense up right now. We should have tackled him. 2nd and 9 right here. Watching that running back. Oh, where's the pick? And the quarterback keeper on 3rd down. They lost some more. 4th and 11. They're going to try and tack 3 more points on the board, but they miss. Defense is spread out. Oh my. That linebacker ain't keeping up with him. Defense way spread out. Terrible throw. That's an interception. That's a pick 6. I didn't even see it. I thought he was going to. Oh, suck. Okay. Whoops.
Get shit on. Get shit on.
Huge mistake going through the motions. Right here, we got the defense spread out again. This time we're getting an open man. This game could have been over at halftime. We still have a lead, but that pick 6 brought them right back into it. This run to the outside gets us into the end zone, 3rd and short. Final attempt of this half for Sacramento State to get some points on the board. We're playing solid coverage, except for they had too much time to develop. I was blitzing. We did not hit the quarterback. I knew they were going to come out passing on that last drive. I thought we were going to be able to hit them on that blitz, but we gave up a touchdown. Sending players downfield. We're going to try and get some points on the board right now. Post route, but he drops it, dude. That receiver couldn't have been any more open right there. Maybe we have to turn on that new mechanic for catches. This Sacramento State defense is horrible. They cannot keep up with our receivers out there. He brings that one in. 2nd and goal right here. I got some hot routes cooked up. We're going to try and burn this defense. Probably should have hit the other back, but he's in anyway. Up by 11 going into the 3rd quarter. I'm going to skip this quarter, and then we're going to hop in and play the rest of it. I get in here. We're in the end zone already, and we put up a touchdown. 3rd and 5 right here. I got the RPO and throwing it. My man's having a good day. And with that one touchdown, we're now up by 22 points. This game is over. The Hornets put up another touchdown in that 4th quarter after I simmed to the end, but final score 42-28. Our only 80 overall player went up for 200 yards, averaged 9 yards a carry that game. He also had a touchdown receiving. We're 2-3 for a Week 6 bye. After a successful Week 5 visit, we got the verbal commit from this receiver. We started a recruiting battle for this cornerback, but he has a Week 7 visit for Western Michigan. We have the same issue with this middle linebacker, but we're about to get a verbal commit from him. If they lose those games, we're going to sign those players. The last player I'm giving dynasty points to in this recruiting cycle is this 6'5" receiver right here with 89 speed. If we can get him on the field even as a freshman, he's going to be productive. Week 7, we have a matchup with the Toledo Rockets. They're 5-1 in the MAC conference right now. This is going to be a must-play game for us. They're number 1 in our conference. They have the overall advantage, but I feel like ours is just being dragged down by the players on the bench. I think the starters have what it takes. This could be the biggest game of our season against the front runner in our conference. We got to come out here to their field and make a stand right here. We want to hit hard. They didn't pick up anything on 2nd down. This first drive is about to get cut short here, 3rd and 9. If we can get one stop, I've got the spy out there. Let's go. They look ready for the pass here too. I'm just going to switch to this inside zone, run right up the middle, pick something up. Made a mistake on 3rd down, but we're at midfield right here. We're trying to make a statement. We're going for it. RPO. This tight end has 90 speed. He's a receiver. I think EA patched moving wide receivers over to the tight end this season, or this year. And this guy's blocking stats aren't there. But just the speed alone should be enough for us to beat some defenses. He can't bring that one in. No success on second down either. 3rd and 10 right here. We're just going to run right up the middle.
Not good.
We don't pick it up. Oh, fuck! We needed a block. We didn't get it. I fucked
damage.
up. Easiest field goal ever, and I just absolutely boof it. We had an opportunity to take the lead and just gave it right back to them. They're marching up the field in no time. Watching the running back right here, 2nd and 7. We're playing man coverage on the outside. They fed that back. Oh, play action. Can't hit him. We're getting cooked. And honestly, my game plan on defense is... Okay. Can we get stumbled over my words, but what my plan on defense is I just have plays that I like at certain parts of the field. We're sending it all the way downfield to our quick tight end, and he's beat everybody. Easy 6.
He's the GOAT!
My man is impressing me with the way he's just he's got a 79 throw power. My man is dogging out there. Here at the midfield, we're playing this double hook zone with the linebackers. We're shutting the run down too. And they started this set of downs 1st and 5 with a neutral zone infraction. We're about to shut them down. They don't got anybody. Oh, it's my fault. Another 1st down picked up for the Rockets. They're all the way up to the 33 in scoring position. We're playing zones. I've also brought an extra defender out there, try to get some more pressure on the quarterback because we're not getting any pressure with 3 rushers. They're going to try and take the lead here with a ton of time left in this first half. We're going to take it right back on this next drive. Power run to the outside. Defense does not look ready. I'm expecting a huge gain right here. We at least get the first. After a solid run, I spread the defense out. They're playing zones right here. Man got left right here. He's wide open. Break some ankles. I didn't want to march up the field just to tie the game. We're going for it 4th and 3 right here. RPO. He's wide open. Let's go. We got pushed backwards on our running game right here. I gotta kick the field goal. And we timed this one right. We could be up by 3. After that time-consuming drive, we're in the 2-minute warning right here for this first half. We gotta stop, get the ball back. We can get some more points. Good stop. 3rd and long right here. We're playing our double hooks. Read option. They lose some. They shut us down on 1st down with the zone coverage. Right here, I have this tight end. He's never been more open. I guess he has. Moving that transfer wide receiver over to the tight end spot has been working dreams for us, but he's not the only star on this team. We're kicking a field goal. Take the lead right here. We get freaking blocked. Are you kidding? Toledo, after blocking the punt, came out, threw a bomb downfield. We're going to pick that one, though. Yeah. And with 38 seconds left, I've thrown in my 90 throw power freshman. We're going to throw a bomb downfield. It's not there. Oh, shit! Dumbest possible play call is what we came up with. We're now losing to start this second half. 4 seconds left on the clock. They're not getting a touchdown. We lost that first half, but we could have been up right now. We missed a field goal. We gave up a stupid safety right there. Since our starting quarterback is dealing with some wear and tear, I'm going to try and give this freshman a couple snaps. He's playing for this game. And technically, with the red shirt, he can still play 3 games, so it's not hurting us, but we got to get rid of these. I thought I was out of the pocket, but we just gave up an intentional grounding call.
I don't think you have
Running
any
back
idea
is wide
how fast
open.
I
He's got a
really am.
linebacker on him.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fastest man on the field. 3rd and 24. With the way this game has been going, that last big touchdown right there just gave me the most confidence that we're going to win this one. We just got to lock it down on defense. Quarterback got us with the play action on the last play. They're up to midfield. Still a ton of time left in this game.
Respect my
Oh, where's the flag? Now that we're defending from our own side of the field, I switched over to zone coverage. I'm not sure if it was just all that pressure that helped us right there, but I tried to send another blitz on this one. He just throws a dime to the tight end. Back against the wall right here. Toledo defense trying to take the lead.
Gotcha, bitch.
Wow. They're going for 2, trying to go up by 3. They don't want the 1-point lead. That safety's helping them out. Oh, man, we're breaking down. And the power run game has not been there for us against Toledo. 4th and 2, RPO to the left side. Got to feed the man. Same play from a different formation right here. Our running back's been getting shut down this whole game. They didn't expect him to get the ball. 2nd and inches. We have not gotten to the outside on one of these outside runs, but we get some space this time, and our running back is struggling to get open off of the run. But he's having a great receiving day also. 2nd string tailback getting a snap right here. He's wide open. Let's go. Games to watch. Right now, Toledo is moving the football. They fumbled it, though. Are they going to call it back? He still got it. He stands up with it. And we came out, called a play. We're running it right up the middle. They aren't taking that away from us. Honestly, I don't think that was a real fumble. I think we got lucky right there. I feel like if we would have let the play or didn't call a play, they would have took it back. And we finally created some separation on the scoreboard. 2nd and long right here. I'm playing man coverage. I'm there! That's a user, baby! But that pick right there was all me, user with the linebacker. We're right up the middle, 2nd and 11. Oh! We have our tight end playing behind the line of scrimmage. This formation is broken in this game. He's wide open. Can't hit him in stride. But I'm actually kicking this field goal right here, 4th and 4. That's a solid kick. It's good. I'm not sure if it's Noah Nigga or Noah Niga, but this linebacker we moved him to the outside linebacker position. He's starting for us, and he just got that pick. Getting late in this game, 3rd and long right here. If they don't convert this, they're probably going to go for it. They're converting it. We're pressed on the outside. I'm trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. We do. And we're playing man coverage here, 3rd and long. We got a man there. That's another one. Probability is getting lower and lower every single snap. 4th and 11. I miss him. Even though they're moving up the field, it's still going to take a lot for them to win this one. We got the pressure coming in, but we can't get him. We can't hit him. Might as well just give up the touchdown. Damn.
Oh, brother, this
they're in there.
stinks.
3rd and 15 right here. If we can pick up 10 yards, we'll be in field goal range. Tight end's open over the middle. We're picking that first up. Let's go. Chukwak on power run formation. We're right up the middle again. He's almost in. And 4th and inches with the clock winding down. We have to snap this one, so we're just going to take the field goal.
Over.
Multiple takeaways from that game against Toledo. Our team can compete with anybody in the MAC conference. Our true freshman quarterback that has a redshirt this season, he's going to be a stud for us in the next couple seasons. And then the reason we're losing, I feel like, is because of all the lower overall freshmen on our team. I feel like if the overall was higher, I feel like we'd be winning more games in simulation. In this next week of recruiting, I'm removing this running back who has the deal breaker broken. He's going to leave us in the future anyways. I also decided that instead of saving some of my dynasty points, I'm just going to spend them. And I added this 3-star cornerback right here with 92 speed. He is a broken gem, but as a half-a-star program, we'll take a broken 3-star gem. Our Week 8 matchup is against Toledo. They are 1-5, but they actually have an overall advantage on us. I think we should be able to win the game if I stepped on the field, but we're going to have to find out if we can compete in simulation. It's getting late in the season, and we have 3 players on hard commits, and a couple more are on their top 5, and we're the only school that's even offered them a scholarship. But if you take a look at the top classes, these other schools have signed more than 10 players. They've almost signed entire rosters. We lost our Week 8 matchup against Ohio. Week 9 we have Kent State, and I've already given our team 2 wins in conference play. They need 2 more for us to achieve that 350 dynasty points. In Week 10 we have the true number 1 team in our conference. It turned out Toledo was not them, but Buffalo over here has over a 70 overall team. I don't even know if I could win if I stepped on the field. But after beating the number 1 team in our conference multiple times, I would think that we should be the number 1 team in our conference. We have Bowling Green up this week. We have equal records. It's going to be a good game. Looking at our 2027 conference standings here in Week 11, we're sitting in 5th place, but we've beaten the number 1 and number 3 team. If any of these teams above us take losses and we can win out, we're going to be in the championship. And we are on a roll. We just beat Buffalo and Bowling Green in simulation. This is the best record I could have possibly hoped for at 5-5, but we're 4-2 in conference play. Week 12, we have a matchup against the 2-8 Zips, and with us being on a winning streak, I would have to say that we're going to be the favorites for this one. I noticed this way earlier in the season, but if you look at the top right here at our dynasty points, we have 0 on this main screen, but when I go into recruiting, we had 275 to start the season, so I'm just going to spend them all here because that's the only place that I can see them. Late in the season, I still hadn't scouted out a running back for our team, and I found Chester Harbor right here, contact seeker with 88 speed. He's also a gem. I gave him the rest of our dynasty points. We are 6-5, 5-2 in conference play. This week's matchup is against 2-9 Central Michigan, and we should win in simulation, but they're a rival. I want to have fun. I'm hopping into this game. Here in our weekly practice plan, I can see that we have an injured outside linebacker and defensive tackle. That's our true freshman right here. That's a stinger. I've been going for 3-star targets primarily this season, but just this week I added in a few 2-star players. We got to fill in our roster, and I don't have any offensive linemen signed. We pulled out the black unis for this rivalry game. Central Michigan has the better overall, but they've had a much worse season. I think we could even dominate this team. We've got a rain game here late in the season. It's starting to get cold outside. It says 45 degrees out there. We get the ball first. We get a huge kick return. I've got the defense spread out here to open up this game. That was a bad throw.
Yeah, jackass.
That was a terrible throw. I should have hit the under guy. I wanted to come out slinging, but not like that. Central Michigan gets the ball to start the game and at halftime. 2nd and 8 right here. We're testing out our defense. That turnover could have been much more costly, but we shut their drive down 3 and out. We have to return this punt. I guess I could have just let it go out of bounds. But what a return. Chip and release on the running back if we don't get open. But I got a tight end in space, and he's got quick feet. And we've already made mistakes in this game. We're going to put some points on the board either way. 4th and 3 from our side of the field. RPO, feed the man again. This time he gets upfield. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're in the same formation right here. Receiver wide open in the middle. He brings it in. Put 6 on the board. We just exposed this Chippewa defense after we came out and threw an interception on the first play. Linebacker makes a great tackle, and that's why I moved our true freshman over to the middle linebacker position. 2nd and 10, they're feeding the back again. We're still there. Not expecting to land any pressure right here. 3rd and 5, we just playing coverage, and he overthrows him. Had to get rid of it on 3rd and 4, but we're going for it right here at midfield. Pressure comes in. Oh, fuck. They're going for it here from the 33. They like their position. We can't give that up. Been a solid drive from the Chips, but here at the goal line, they're struggling to get in. 3rd and goal right here. We get the stop. We're going to force the field goal attempt, but they're in. 3rd and 8 right here. Start out this 2nd quarter. We did not get anywhere on the running game. Can't even get the throw off. And we punted the ball away on our drive, but they didn't. They lost a yard 1st and 2nd down. They're scrambling with it. Oh, man, he made a play. 3rd and short here, big tight end set. I'm watching the halfback. They feed him. I get blocked. Fumble, though. We got it. Fumble could not have come at a better time. From our own 22, we sent some players upfield, but they weren't open. We've got the defense spread out. If we can get past the line of scrimmage on this play right here, we're going to get downfield with it. Make a move. 1 man to beat. Let's go. Took a stupid sack on 1st down, but 2nd and 20, we get a man wide open. It's our tailback. And in this tie game, we're about to take the lead. We got a man under right here. Having a tough time trying to get to the outside here on the goal line. 3rd and goal, we run the same shit. And I probably should have thrown it right there, but we're just going to take the lead. Testing out our secondary here, 3rd and short. I'm sending the blitz, see if we can land some pressure. Forced him to throw it. Can we pick it? Let's go! Sending it upfield hasn't been working for us. 3rd and long right here. Over the middle. Extremely dangerous throw. Got lucky and came away with it. Halfback's wide open. Late throw. Brings it in with the perfect catch. And if they're going to make contested catches like that with that thing in there, we're going to have to do that every time. See if we can burn this secondary. Just get into the end zone. Halfback is wide open. The quick RPOs haven't been working for Central Michigan. They have not gotten downfield a single time until now. And just like that, 3rd and 11 from the 41-yard line, they might even go for it because they're down bad in this one. Didn't pick anything up on 1st down. 2nd down, if they blitz right here, we're going to hit this quick underneath route, pick a few up, continue working our way downfield, got our running back injured. 3rd and 5 right here. I'm just running right up the middle with our 2nd string, and we forced them to respect the pass. 3rd and 8 right here. I'm just going to run up the middle. We're already in field goal range if we don't get that first, which we're going to. and didn't have to kick a field goal on that last set of downs. But right here, 3rd and long, we're going to... Oh, what the fuck? That tight end is lucky he's made plays for us. That was the easiest pass ever. After that time-consuming drive, we get the football right back on a kickoff fumble. I'm scrambling, picking a few up, but a touchdown in this game is essentially over. Forced that throw. That was a fucking bad throw, dude. Terrible decision to throw that pass. We did not extend the lead. They have a chance to get back in it, but it's still a 2-possession game. They're moving the ball. They're up to the 30-yard line. They're in field goal range, but they need a touchdown. 2nd and 9. We're playing this 3-4 Grizzly set with big zones. They're picking it apart. Expecting a pass right here, 3rd and goal. Big zones. I blew my zone up. Fuck. Took a sack on 1st down. Picked some up on 2nd. We got to hit him with this curl route, but a terrible throw. Cornerback reads it. The blitz. I knew I had a man coverage beating route out there. Terrible throw. Didn't beat his man. Their football, if they get a touchdown, all they need is an extra point to take the lead. And I've really got to keep my eyes on that halfback because he might just win this game for him.
Get shit on!
Worst possible scenario, we had a 13-point lead and blew it. There's still 2.5 minutes remaining, and all we need is a field goal to take the lead. Tight end has been absolutely lighting up this defense for this whole game. We're over the middle. Oh, what a snag! We just disappeared in the 2nd half. We were winning. We scored 3 points in the 3rd quarter and then gave up 2 touchdowns. And the biggest reason we lost would be the 5 interceptions our quarterback threw. I can't even take credit. Week 14, all conference games have been played. There's a tie for 1st place in the conference, so Buffalo's going to be facing Ball State in the championship. There's also a 4-way tie for 3rd place. Nearing the end of our recruiting cycle as we're about to hit the bowl season, we're currently sitting at 6th in our conference, but if we sign all of our players on our board, I think we'll move up to 1st. This year's conference championships, you're going to see Boise State taking on Washington State for the Pac-12, Clemson versus Miami for the ACC, Houston and BYU in the Big 12. You got Buffalo taking on Ball State, as mentioned in our conference. SEC, you have LSU versus Ole Miss, and then the Big Ten, it's Ohio State on Nebraska. Nebraska actually went undefeated. We have 0 remaining dynasty points. We can't purchase any upgrades. Our 2nd season bracket, Nebraska has the number 1 seed. They beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. They might be the favorites to win it all this year. Looks like we're projected to make our first bowl game against James Madison for the 68 Ventures Bowl. An Ole Miss quarterback won the Heisman. Our matchup is set in Mobile, Alabama. And bowl games are supposed to be for the seniors, but with Jay Stuckey throwing our bid to the conference championship in the garbage, we're going to give Shermer his 2nd game played as a redshirt. Early National Signing Day, we're looking at our development traits, and I've seen 3 impact players. They're going to make an impact for our team. We've almost filled up the top section of this motivator skill tree. We're going to get the off-season training boost for everybody, even kickers and punters. We're not even going to be able to get into this 2nd tier anytime soon because we're not getting anybody drafted. Since we have 1 more game to play, we'll check our season stats after this one. And with a 56 overall team, we should manhandle the Dukes. These bowl games, for the most part, are just for fun, but we're out for blood. This program is on the rebuild. We need that trophy. Dukes came out, picked up a 1st down, 2nd and 8 here. We're still on their side of the field. Playing man coverage here with the zones, expected the pass. We can't force a fumble. Here on the 22-yard line, we get a chance to get another stop here, force a field goal, but we aren't stopping them. The Dukes halfback just marched all the way up the field for him. You know they're feeding him again. They came out, got a touchdown on their 1st drive. I'd like to answer with our 1st drive. They stopped us on 3rd and 5, but we're out for blood. 4th and 5 on our side of the field. We're going for it. They're blitzing. We got that 1st and more. We've dropped 3 passes on this drive alone. I forced that one in there. It was a solid throw. Defense still spread out. We got a man headed upfield. It's not there, though. Hit that check down. He gets upfield with it. And we've strayed from the running game. Back on the ground here on their side of the field.
I don't think
you're
you have any
all the way
idea
in the end zone.
how fast I really am.
The Dukes have been running all over us. I have to switch up my look here in this open field situation. Here this back goes again, tearing us up. Trying to get some pressure on this quarterback, push him back a little bit. 2nd and 7, we hit a pick right here. That's the true freshman. He's downfield with it. Can the quarterback can't keep up? That's the 6 for us, babe. After the pick 6, they've marched their way up the field. 3rd and inches right here. I'm setting a blitz on the right side. Keep my eyes on that running back. Can't bring him down. And they're going for it here. 4th and 5. Give me a pick, dude. Oh, and just like that, we're in a commanding position right here. Running back is wide open on this streak route. Picked up another 1st down. I'm going to see if I can split these safeties right here. And we do. We've been slinging it. The field is getting short here, though. I'm going to feed the back now. And we're just going to try and walk it in. Toss to the outside. If we can get there, it's a touchdown. Oh, yeah. James Madison has seen production from their offense, but they do not have the points to show for it. 3rd and 5 from the 25. Going into this 2-minute warning right here. They got a man wide open. But once again, the Dukes have marched up the field. This time there's only 30 seconds remaining, so they have to get in. They break a big run on us, but it's getting tight right here. If we can play our zones well, we might catch a pick right here. I have to keep my eye on that quarterback. He's been running. We gave up a score to close out that half, but we played well enough to go into it with the lead, and we're going to get the ball to open up. We came up short on 3rd down. We're going to have to trust our defense right here. We only got 1 pick 6, and that was our only stop this game. 2nd and 6. Offense is spread out. They're clearly looking to pass. I'm playing the middle zone. This quarterback is killing us. This James Madison quarterback has just walked his team down the field. 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. They feed the back. This James Madison offense feels impossible to stop. We have to get it going now that we have the ball. We just had 2 players open on that pass. Threw it into a lineman. James Madison has all the momentum right now. We're going to give it up on 4th. I thought that guy was going to read the tight end. He stuck to the halfback. We're in a bad spot now. They have the football. And James Madison plays like us. 4th and 1. They're going for it. We can get this stop right here. Can't push them back. Start this 4th quarter. James Madison's on 3rd. They're in field goal range. I'm not trying to force anything but a stop. And now that they took the lead with that field goal, I probably should have punted it because we stopped them on that drive. If we'd have stopped them a little further down the field. Need a touchdown right here. I don't want to tie the game with a field goal. Late option gets off on him. And we've been letting the clock tick, tick, tick away. It's getting late in this game. I'm not comfortable punting the football back when we don't have the lead. Tight end's got some space right here. Let's go. They reviewed and confirmed our catch. We're right up the middle now because we were messing up on the passing game. Solid gain on 1st down. Feed him again on 2nd. Can't make the cut, but we pick up a 1st. Now that we picked up a 1st, we're back in the air with it. Tight end's got space. Great throw. Let's go. Don't miss the field goal, you dipshit. Oh! Rushed the point after attempt and missed it. Forced a fumble on the kickoff return. We're playing with fire. And we forced them to attempt a field goal right here. 4th and 6 from our 36-yard line. He missed it. Gonna need an extra 1st down as they just got an injury timeout, bailout. Tight end's got some space. He can't hold on. And I truly thought we were gonna get him right there. I have a man spread wide on the left side of the field. I'm snapping it and throwing it, and we can't even hit him. I guess that was a high pressure throw, but my man was wide open. He threw it at his feet. Running back's killing us. I don't know if it's the bullet passes, but our quarterbacks have just been so inaccurate. We could be in a much better position if we could just hit some throws. Touchdown, James Madison. Now we have to score. It's time to finish out this season with some fireworks. We're down to Alabama. We need to get this dub. We can win this game with this drive. We're attacking the safeties. I'm sending it downfield, one-on-one. Big catch, dude. And let's see if we can burn them with these slant routes. Over the middle. Touchdown. 40 seconds remaining. They throw a dime downfield. They still have a timeout, and all they need is a field goal. They're in range, and they just called a timeout with 20 seconds remaining. They're at the 38-yard line kicking this field goal, and they're sinking it. They were confident. We have 3 timeouts and 12 seconds to avoid overtime. All we need to do is get in field goal range. Big throw up the middle, timeout. Try them again here. We do need a few yards. Over the middle again. Get down, timeout. And from 53 to finish this season off with a bang. Can we sink it? We just went out with a bang in a meaningless bowl game, but it does set momentum for the future. Harry Longnips in Season 2 adding his first trophy into the Eastern Michigan trophy case. Couple of big matchups in the first round, Clemson versus USC, Oklahoma versus Notre Dame. Looking at players that want to transfer out, we may have to be putting some NIL money out there. Miles Mitchell is on there, and so is Fatui. They were both star players for us. Even bigger matchups in the second round, I will say that Georgia is probably going to murder Houston. End of the season stats, our starting quarterback didn't perform too well, but our redshirt freshman in 2 games had 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, but to no interceptions. Our star running back went over 1,000 yards. His playing style is at a D- deal breaker. We're going to have to give him NIL to keep him. We actually had a receiver go over 1,000 yards, but he wants to transfer out here for his senior season. I don't know how many dynasty points we're going to have. The correct pronunciation of this man's name is Noah Kanega, and he had 98 tackles for us with a 66 overall player. He also pulled in that nasty interception for us throughout the season. If there was any team that deserves this national championship more, it's going to be Nebraska. Let's see if they can take down Georgia in the big one. But in the end, after a great season, Georgia reigns supreme. They're the national championship in our second year. Even if we match this player's NIL, he still wants to leave. We have to use all of our dynasty points to keep this running back. We're just going to let him walk, and we're going to keep some other guys. And as it turns out, I don't know if this has to do with the new update, but most of these players that want to transfer out have 0 expected NIL, so if I offer them 5 or 10, we're most likely going to keep them. I bought one upgrade for 100 dynasty points. It increases athletic facility grade and progression. Here in the transfer portal, our grades went down for pro potential because we're not getting anybody into the NFL. I have to drop this receiver off my board. He's taking up too many dynasty points and he's going to leave anyways. But on the bright side, I guess, it looks like that update from EA really changed the game for small schools because I'm getting away with a big weekly bonus for just offering 5 dynasty points to these transfers. Week 3, Duke's trying to sneak in for this cornerback, so I had to put some hours on him. This halfback right here, he looks like he's going to be the starter for us next season. NIU dropped out of the race. And then down here, we have 35 players on our board that we're about to fill in our team with. This recruiting class might set us over the top of this conference. I think we're going to be winning the championship this season. I expected to finish that year with the #1 recruiting class in the MAC conference, and we did by far. Moved a ton of players around. We actually moved that player that we gave 10 dynasty points to come back for his senior season over to the tight end spot, and he's going to have 88 speed, but he is not going to be able to block worth the crap. But Max Warner came in as a 77 as a sophomore, and he's going to hold it down for us at the tailback position, and we have the best wide receivers we've had yet. Just a glance at these training results, it looks like we're moving out the gutter. We have 3 receivers over 80. And instead of half of our team being in the low 50s, even 40 overalls, only 4 players on our team are below 60 overall, but this doesn't show our true freshmen. We started this rebuild better than I expected to. We improved in our second season, and we're well on our way to the top of our MAC conference. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe for more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.